All right, so I'm getting ready to watch episode 3 of season 3 of Attack on Titan. That's episode 40 overall. And with the first 2 episodes, this season's already got me hooked. They brought in this new villain, this Kenny the Ripper. They've also revealed Levi's last name as Levi Ackerman, so I can't wait to see more revelations around that family connection come out. And I just can't wait to see episode 3. Don't know if my heart can take it. This has been a very exciting opening arc to season 3. But let's just go ahead and jump into it and see what happens. And it looks like no cold opening on this episode. We're just going straight into the OP, getting to hear that sentimental song, and then we'll see where the action picks up. Continuing to look for any more nuggets in this OP. I think I've picked up a few in the first 2 episodes. Nothing new catching my attention here yet. All right, Old Story is the name of this episode, so maybe it's going to look into Levi's backstory. Oh, or maybe it's looking into Historia's backstory, because here she's telling a story to the Levi squad. Born on a farm owned by the family Rice. And of course, we now know Historia is the illegitimate child of Lord Rice. So this is cool, seeing her youth as a farmhand. And there's her mother, like the house servant. Oh, some mysterious person coming for her in the wagon. Her mother's hair changed from brown to blonde? I'll have to look at that again. Oh, but there's that book her mom was reading. Oh, does she read a book about the secret of the walls? Classic introvert story. Know you're alone when your best friend is a book. Oh, it's a family story she's reading. Maybe her mother's hair isn't brown. It's just because she was sitting in the shade, it kind of looks brown. Because here you can see the sun shining through and it's a little bit blonde. Oh, is this going to be a heartbreak? Historia trying to hug her mother for the first time? Oh, her mom's kind of freaking out on her. Shoved her daughter off of her. That's awful. Wow. Oh man, talk about heartbreak. Poor Historia. She's just happy that her mom did anything at all, any kind of... Oh, her mother wishes she could kill Historia? Seriously, you're starting me off with this kind of a rake over the emotional coals? Those were the first words her mother ever said to her? And then she gets abandoned? Yikes. Talk about a rough childhood. Oh, and here comes her father. That name, Rod Rice, that's kind of a funny name for a noble. But you know what? I admire him for, wanting to reach out to Historia here, introducing himself, and taking her in. This is making Lord Rice look like maybe he's not a bad guy. Uh-oh. Oh no. Is that Kenny and his crew? Oh my goodness. Oh wow, so Lord Rice is having a little pressure put on him by Kenny the Ripper and his crew, I think. This sadistic branch of the military police. Oh wow, I guess the mom is trying to save Historia here by claiming she doesn't know anything about this guy. Trying to keep Historia's secret a little bit longer. So he's actually acting from an area of benevolence in denying Historia here. Oh, but they're going to kill her mom right in front of her, aren't they? Oh, there comes the knife. He's going to slit her throat. Ripper gonna rip. Oh man, poor Historia. At least she gets spared, I guess. Wow, what harsh final words from her mother. The first words and the last words from her mother. So I wish you were never born, or I wish you were dead. That's going to mess a child up. Whoa, what's the Ripper doing here? Oh, so Lord Rice stepping in to save Historia here. I guess this is when she's sent to the church. Gives her the name Krista. That's the name of the character in the book. Oh man, See, now I have sympathy and pity and an emotional connection to Lord Rice. I know that he is not this terrible, awful person who treated his daughter this way. He was forced into it by this terrible, awful government under which he lives. And then I'm curious about this mysterious twist where the Rice family is the true royal family instead of King Fritz. She has the blood of the king. Does that make you think of Amir? Are we seeing a connection there? I want to hear more about this Rice family being the true royal family. Like, how does this happen? Is this a Count of Monte Cristo, Man in the Iron Mask kind of thing going on? Guess Lord Rice is trying to give the story to Historia there. And now we've got this awful military police guy seeing his underling Sonus. Oh, he's attacking him in the cell. I want to see how this plays out. Prison fight, prison fight. Nobody's going to step in to interfere. Oh, okay, so now Hanji's telling the truth. Look at Hanji, letting him know she played the psychological games with him. I love it. She wants him to know just how she played him like a game of Monopoly. Making him realize he betrayed the king, the one thing he thought he'd never do. This is great. This is good fun watching Hanji at her best. Oh yeah, reminded him Pastor Nick is why all this is being done. Calling them out for their own pathetic nature. How easily she handled those morons and that scream right in their faces. Beautiful. Gonna spend the rest of their life in this little cell. Prisoners entirely under Hanji's thumb. Oh wow, and this guy's still holding on to some kind of nobility, some code of honor. And makes a point. There's somebody else waiting to step in and fill my role. All you're doing is taking me off the board and somebody else is going to step on it. And look at this. He wishes Hanji good luck. That's twisted. He's playing a little mind games too, I think. Oh. Cannot control the rage, Hanji. Kicking the table. It was a nice kick. There was a cockroach, so she kicked it to death. Oh, Levi, commenting on the ability of Hanji's kick. Oh, so now they're telling the rest of Levi's squad about what's going to happen. So this is the conversation Aaron remembered between Amir and Bertolt. About if you eat a Titan, you get the Titan power, I think is what they're going to say. All right, talking about eating a human and not remembering it. Yeah, so they're picking up on all the details, how Amir ate the Titan, so she ate one of Reinhardt's comrades who had the ability to transform, and that gave her the ability to transform. I kind of had figured that out now, but it's nice to have it confirmed. You get the Titan power if you eat a human shifter Titan. It's a way power can be transferred. So if you eat Aaron, you gain that coordinate power. So he wanted one of those Titans to eat Aaron and get that power. So there we go. There is the plan laid bare. And I'm kind of caught on to it at this point. But you know, some people pointed out there were clues in season 2 to it that I didn't quite catch until now. Or maybe I caught on to it just a little bit in that final season 2 review, but nothing like now. And they're going to go to this Rod Rice, the true royal family of Attack on Titanlandia. And Hanji's going to go back and talk to Erwin. So I guess Hanji and Moblet will always be just like chilling with Erwin while the Levi squad's dealing with Kenny the Ripper. And whatever other struggles they may face. Oh, here's Pixis again. I always like Pixis, the old drunken genius. I like this friendship, this camaraderie that's developing between Erwin and Pixis. Two guys that see the world on similar terms. Maybe not the same, but similar. Oh, I want to see what Pixis is thinking here. So Pixis is asking if Erwin is serious, and if he's serious, it must be about overthrowing the government for a talk like this. Yes, he just said overthrow the government to retake Walmaria. I love it. I love it that it's right on track with my expectations. It lets me know I'm going to be so satisfied with a show that kind of thinks the way I like to think. And now he's got his chief conspirator. So we've got the scouts and the garrison unified against the king and the military police. And I wonder if they want to install Lord Rice when they overthrow the government, because I think that would make sense, right? That's kind of this European trend to find somebody with a true claim to the throne. You don't just randomly put a Lord Protector up there if you don't have to. Oh, discussing the groundwork for the revolution. But will the revolution be televised? Another huge gamble. Of course, Ervin's a gambler. Boy, this is going to be glorious. Oh, he's going to tell him a story about his childhood. Old stories. Are we going to hear his father was a teacher? Did his father have a beard and blonde hair? Is his father the Beast Titan? But yeah, we saw the young Erwin looking at a teacher with blonde hair and a blonde beard who I thought might be the Beast Titan. Oh, and here comes Hanji to fill in Erwin on what's going on, and she walks into the conspiracy meeting. Has Hanji been let in on it? Is she that trusted by Erwin? Because I would think she is. Yeah, he's not keeping any secrets from Hanji. He knows he has their loyalties. Yeah, so here's the talk about Rice. I think they may want to install the Targaryens back on the throne. Ooh, they should install Historia. She could be Daenerys Targaryen in this situation. Blood of the King. That's a mere V 2.0. I love this. Put Historia on the throne. I was thinking her dad, but no, this makes even more sense. This is beautiful. But will they have to kill her father for that to happen? We've got our own mother of dragons. And she knows these secrets about the walls that might help get her on the throne. Oh, interesting. Pixis says it has to be the will of the people. The political intrigue is really kicking in. I am loving this season so far. Oh, what's this? A diary or something? Oh, just when we get more information, people love to interrupt in this show. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Ervin's getting blamed for some kind of murder. The counter motion is going into effect to try to take the legs out from Erwin. Taking his arm away isn't enough. He's going to step out and be the face of the squad. Giving the instructions he's given to Levi, the instructions Levi's given to others. Follow your heart. Do what you think is right. You don't have specific orders. Hanji's in charge of the scouts, while Ervin's being the public face, you know, the forward face of the scouts. But he knows he's not going to be able to be the leader because he's probably going to be sequestered in some manner, and the scouts are still going to need to act without him telling them what to do. Yeah, we know Kenny's crew killed these folks. Oh, linking them to the kidnapping of Aaron and saying Erwin was getting some retribution here. Pinning him down. Trying to hang a case on the man. Murder is the case they gave him. This is some grade A political intrigue kicking in here. Machinations behind the scene, the game of houses. What is it, Deus Damar? Oh, a blanket arrest order for all the scouts. So now it's not just Levi's squad, the scouts as a whole. It's like Rogue Protocol, Mission Impossible going on here. Oh, wow, they've actually rounded a bunch of them up, too. So I guess Levi's squad is the only one that's out there with the knocked list to try and save everybody. Is Erwin going peacefully with the military police? Oh, the widow just spitting vile hatred at him. Oh, telling her what Reeves did, delayed the evacuation. I like this. He's telling her the good and the bad, or the bad and the good of her late husband here. He's just telling it the way it is, and to let her know that he didn't do it, and he's going to get vengeance for her dead husband. Now that is my heroic Commander Erwin Smith. So here we get to hear more about his father, the teacher. Yeah, learning history. See, the blonde hair, the beard, and the glasses? That guy looks like the Beast Titan. Come on. I love it. I love it when a theory looks like it's going to play out. Or else it's a clever trick. His father knew too much. So the government took him away and made a lifelong enemy of the government from young Erwin Smith. I bet Smith isn't really Irvin's last name, right? That's an alias Smith & Jones last name if ever there's been one. What is Irvin's true last name? Is Erwin Armin's real father? But yeah, his father's starting to understand the lies the government has spun and the false history they've been trying to feed the populace. He's uncovered the secrets that would motivate Erwin to save humanity for the rest of his life going forward. Oh, and this is why he hates the military police. But man, amazing that Erwin rose through the ranks with the scout regiment with this story. And it probably shows what a ragtag group the scout regiment was. Like the government just didn't care about him, so they would allow the son of a political prisoner or an enemy of the state to rise to such a high rank in that throwaway corps where they were all just disposable bodies to throw outside the wall and die. They probably thought it was a death sentence to let him join the scouts. Yeah, his father uncovered that mystery to humanity within the walls. Yeah, not trying to protect humanity, trying to protect their own individual wealth, trying to protect their authority, their ruling class. Man, so he's there at his father's funeral, but I don't think his father really died. Or maybe I'll be proven wrong. But boy, blonde hair and a beard, glasses. He's got the makings of a Beast Titan. Picking up his father's torch, trying to carry the dark secrets into the light. Man, what a great backstory for Erwin. And they just won't leave him alone, the government and the military police. Oh, they're saying that Aaron's Titan shifting is just to wipe out humanity. Don't be ridiculous, Cousin Larry. She got a note for Levi. Man, scouts no more. When you outlaw the scouts, only outlaws will be scouts. Come on, Armin. What are you going to call your new group? Oh, they're going to Rice's lands. Come up with a plan on the fly. Just wing it. Just wing it. What could possibly go wrong? Man, I love Sasha's wilderness ability to hear people from a distance. That's come in handy more than once. I guess those are military police closing in on him. And that's the end of our episode. Pretty good one, you know. It's another exposition episode. No action really to speak of at all. But we got to see the old story of Historia and what her childhood was like. And we got to see that her father's actually a sympathetic character. He's not a villain. He's not a bad guy. So I'm kind of thinking of him as a potential ally. This wonderfully intriguing plan to install Historia as the queen and get rid of old Fritz and his sour face. And then we get to see Erwin and the story of his father, who is the teacher, the history teacher, who uncovered all these secrets that fuel Erwin into his ultimate goal of making right for humanity. And you know, his father, blonde hair, beard, glasses. We think he's dead, but we've thought other people are dead that aren't, right? So is his father the Beast Titan like I speculated at the end of episode 12 of season 2? We'll have to see. And then it also kind of clicked in like Erwin Smith may have needed to change his name so that he wouldn't be linked to his father. So maybe he'll have a last name that's significant too, just like Levi did. I guess we'll wait and see. But I think that's all I got. I'm going to go work on a review for these first 3 episodes. I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you later.